My friends, I am at CTC today, and I'm with my buddy Vishal. Now, when we build a foundation, when we build a story, we have to start at the beginning because we're constructing from the roots, from the grassroots up to the building of what we have today, what the future looks like. And when we build those foundations, we have to start in the beginning of these machines. Yes, these are 1994, still running with accuracy, precision every day, day in, day out, 3 shifts. And I got Vishal here with me today to talk a little bit more about these machines, about the products we're making as we move from scene to scene to scene in the original location here in India. Vishal, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate your time always. When we're building a foundation, this is the grassroots of where you and your father started a long time ago with the first products that built your company to what it is today, isn't it?
That's correct. That's correct. It started back in '83, and the machines that you see here, the Rollomatics, came in '94, and these are the first Rollomatics that we got. And every Rollomatic after that you'll see here.
Yeah, I know you have just bought another 49 in the last few months. So you have the newest, latest, and greatest to something that's 30 plus years old, all of it still running. Now, you've invested in the modern ones to go along with what's going on here. Would you have done so if the ones from 30 years ago weren't acting as they were supposed to?
Not at all.
Of course.
It's been a great partnership with Rollomatic. I think it's a great company. Their machine is built to last. They're rigid, they're precise, and their service is impeccable. So I think we've had a great experience and a great partnership with Rollomatic. And so for us, it's Rollomatic all the way.
I like it. And we're going to talk about 3 main topics today when it comes to your products. Now, for anyone who didn't see the factory tour at their new location, go check it out. 52,000 square feet, 49 machines that were just purchased in the last few months. You have to see it. But we're stepping back to go to the original building now. 3 main topics. We're talking PCB, we're talking burrs, and we're talking dental. Here in this location, PCB, which is how you started. Let's talk about those products.
Yeah, so back in '83, we started with making PCB routers. So we used to make about 10,000 pieces of router a month to now with the installed capacity of more than 1.5 million pieces a month of PCB tools, not just routers. So we have routers, we have drills, we have river shanks, and all kind of tools that a PCB board needs.
There was a time where we needed to educate people on what PCB meant, what it does, where it comes into play. And just for a moment, let's explain to the audience what PCB is, just in case some people are still learning.
Oh, yeah. It's printed circuit board industry. With growing electronics and needs for electronics, I think the electronic boards are getting being made more and more. So I think we have a bright future with this.
Yeah, I agree. Shall we go ahead and step over to some of the burrs and dental that you make as well?
Sure. Let's do it.
I'd love to take a look, but this is the roots. And who doesn't love seeing the roots? All right, my friend, let's go take a walk.
Let's go.
Well, Vishu, we're here now. And one thing that you probably will never confuse is when I talk of burrs, you won't hear me go, burr, here in India. We're talking about cutting metal. We're talking about making burrs. And that's what you're doing here in this part of the facility. Can we talk a little bit more about this product line?
Yeah. So, hand tools, burrs are used in heavy engineering, shipbuilding, railways. So we make all kind of burrs from small 0.8 millimeter burrs up to 22 millimeter or 24 millimeter burrs. So there are various shapes and sizes. We make standard burrs, but we also make performance burrs. So we'll design burrs for specific multi-layer deburring. We would make special shapes with special coating and surface finishes for CNC machining. So I think we have the full array of burrs. What puts us, or differentiates our product line based on what's available in the market is we can do performance burrs.
I'm glad that you said that, and it's almost like you knew what I was going to ask you next, because quite literally, I worked in this world of burrs for 10 years with hand tools that went from 25,000 to 90,000 RPM. My job was to go around trying to figure out how I could help people with their carpal tunnel, first of all, with holding those things all day long and all night long. But ultimately, how to remove as much material or gently remove material depending on the project that was going on. But the burrs needed to last a while. They need to stay balanced, which I think is important with the vibration that goes along with it. And you mentioned performance tools. So is that where you think you guys stand out in the world of burrs? Because let's admit, there's a lot of burrs out there. And it's important to let the audience know when we're discussing CTC, what really makes you stand out to go, I'm going to give those guys a call versus my normal whatever it might be, right?
Yeah, well, see, most of our competitors have a standard catalog for burrs. Well, we do have that, but what we have is we make you special burrs. So we'll customize burrs based on your need. Burrs are generally a commodity product, seen as a commodity product, but we bring more value to it by designing it specifically for your need. We make burrs to last longer. We make burrs that can be used on CNC machine and not just as a hand tool. So it distinguishes us from our competition.
Yeah, that's a perfect way to describe it, and I'm glad you did. Now, I don't know about you, but do you have a sweet tooth?
I do.
I kind of do too, but we're going to talk about the dental world because I might need a root canal soon thanks to my sweet tooth. Can we head over to the other area?
Absolutely, let's do that.
For the first time ever, a place where size does not matter. And we're going to talk a little bit to Vishal about the dental work. I did mention sweet tooth in the last scene. I know I just watched Willy Wonka where, I do have a sweet tooth. I do. That's not exactly how the song goes. However, we're going to talk dental. We're going to talk the fact that maybe, just maybe in my future, I might be utilizing some of your tools to get my work done. But let's talk about what you're doing here at CTC.
Well, here we are one of the largest OEM in India for dental tools. We make all the dentistry tools, the crown cutters, the lab cutters. So we have the full basket of carbide tools for dental industry.
Can you expand on that a little bit? Because when I hear dental, my jaws start to cringe. I start getting chills on my arms, and all I hear is those drills from the dentist. And go, nee. I'm like, no more. So is that the world that's micro machining where size doesn't matter and the parts that you're making? What makes you the largest in India, one of the largest in India making these components?
Well, the dental tool making, as terms of a tool, did not come to India for a long time. India is a net importer of carbide dental tools. Here we do still have some companies which make galvanized diamond tools, but as far as carbide is concerned, there's only a couple of them here. So when we started, we had to learn from scratch. And we started with dentistry tools, and then we went into special tools for dental industry, then to crown cutters, and then all kind of lab cutters. So lab hand burrs as well as the milling tools for, machining of dentures and things like that. So I think we've come a long way, and we look forward to growing in this because it's a growing market. Number of people growing in the world, we're now over 7 billion. And so I don't think dental tools will ever, the requirements for that will ever go down.
I don't know if you could have said that better because you are so right. As long as we're taking care of our teeth, we're still going to be a part of that world for sure. All right, we've closed this thing out. We've talked PCB. We've talked burrs, not the cold version. And we've talked about our sweet tooth and the potential of 7 billion people probably needing some of these tools. If people want to learn more about you, Vishal, where can they find you? What's your website? What's your home address? What's your, your social security number? How can they learn more about you?
All right. I don't know about the social security, but I'll tell you, you can reach us at the exhibition. So we are there at IDS. We are there at the Chicago show. Or you can visit our website at www.ctcindiatools.com, or you can write to us. So please Google us, find us here in India, in the eastern part of India, and we'll be very happy to connect with you and serve you.
And the very last thing I want to ask before we close this out, because, I flew all the way here from the U.S., although it was a long route through Japan and some other areas to get here. Honored to be here, honored to see you. Well, something I understand is you're continuing to grow your partnerships around the world. I'm going to fly back to the U.S. before too long, but you're continuing to reach out to those OEMs out there, right? Yeah. To those end users out there. For anyone who's looking up your website, it's for the partners out there that might want to work with you in that part of the world as well, right?
Sure, absolutely. We are looking forward to partner with dental manufacturers or dental suppliers across U.S., North American continent, or for that matter, Europe. So please look for us. We have enough capacity and we can support your any carbide needs for dental industry.
Very well said, my friend. Thank you so much for your time. We can now take this cape off as you are a superhero, and we can toss it to the side. Thank you all for watching. This is CTC. When you're looking for that precision partner, sometimes when it's the micro world, but how big did we get earlier? Was it 34 millimeters?
That's right.
34 millimeters. If you're looking for that precision partner, micro on up to 34 millimeter. Give these guys a look. It's the quality you need from, you can see with all of these Roll-O-Matics and also with the price efficiency that comes from India. Again, thank you all for watching. We will see you again soon.
Thank you. See you soon.